Welcome back to Catneto Plays Fatal Frame. Now, last time we left off, we tried to save... we tried to save two people and it went south very quickly. As is usual with most horror stories. But now, we're going to jump in and see what our next mission is. Ren Hojo, the author who sent Hisoka to find the photographs, takes a closer look at the album. One photo catches his eye, and he decides to investigate further. He goes to the inn with a camera obscura and Ryu, his assistant. 61 film, it's the old film. Sanctified film that loads quickly. Oh wow, I can finally get one of these. And we'll go ahead and get... we'll do about that much. Better safe than sorry. And everything else seems to be good. Alright, so let's do it. Post-mortem photography, Ren Hojo. Ren Hojo, a writer, is haunted by a recurring dream in which he kills a young girl during a ritual. He receives an album of post-mortem photographs located in his... technical difficulties. Located at his request by Hisoka. Upon viewing one of the photos, Ren recognizes the very scene from his dreams. Eager to delve further into this puzzling mystery, Ren heads to the abandoned inn in person this time, bringing along his assistant. Ryu coming... I'm not gonna try, I'm sorry. I butcher names enough as it is. Kagamiya? Oh, you did it now. Yep, that's her. PTSD intensifies.
Die with me.
Well, that's already a tall glass of nope.
She's beautiful, but she looks sad too.
Yeah.
Isn't she the type of woman that you get nervous around?
Yeah. There may be more of this stuff out there.
Shall I call Hisoka?
No, let's go there ourselves. It'll be quicker that way.
At this hour?
It won't take long.
So then, shouldn't you take the camera obscura? You haven't used it yet. This could be your chance. People say there's something off about that place.
Oh, that looks
Okay.
like a homemade one. I should take that shadow reading report with me too. It may come in handy. Ryui's always complaining about me leaving things on the sofa. First, let's go ahead and grab our camera. There's an antique looking camera on the desk. You got Ren's camera obscura. You got the measure upgrade. This displays the current health of a locked-on enemy. Oh, nice. There's an unfinished manuscript on the desk. It doesn't yet have a title. I'll need more materials to solidify the theme. Memorial portraiture. The act of photographing dead bodies was a practice in Western countries in the 19th century, a time when photography was still a rare and expensive luxury. The bodies of recently deceased family members and loved ones were photographed in lifelike poses as a solemn keepsake of remembrance. While researching the phenomenon, I discovered that a similar custom made its way to Japan as well. Known as post-mortem photographs, a small number of these photos still remain. I have been fortunate enough to obtain one such photograph, which I found to contain a certain beauty lacking in its Western counterparts. Yeah, I think I know what they're talking about. If it's what I think it is, it's very disturbing pictures. Because what it is, back in the old days, what people would do as a memento of their loved ones, they would take photos with them, or even just have them set up, propped up in a chair, like their favorite chair or anything like that, and they would pose them like they were, if they were still living, and they would take a photo. It's kind of a bittersweet gesture. It makes it to where you finally get to have that one last moment of seeing them how you remember them. But unfortunately, because they passed, the picture still is not the same. Because there's been some pictures where you see like the white of their eyes, the iris is fogged over, like no life whatsoever in the person, and it's very disturbing. Some of the creepiest pictures I've ever seen. But anyways, when photography first arrived in Japan, it was accompanied by the prevalent superstition that photographs could steal a person's soul. Whether anyone truly believed this or not, it surely gave post-mortem photography a special significance in Japan. If photos were taken with this belief in mind, then post-mortem photographs would not simply have been taken as keepsakes or for mourning purposes. Rather, the practice maybe have carried a certain deeper spiritual significance. It's a reply to the appraisal request for this camera obscura. It urges caution in using it. To Ren Hojo, the camera you left me to look at is a device known as a camera obscura. Its purpose is to capture images of the supernatural, things invisible to the naked eye. These cameras are incredibly rare, with an almost mythical status in the antiques market. A few have been known to exist, but this is the first I've ever seen with compound lenses. I don't mean to frighten you, but rumor holds that to own a camera obscura is to invite misfortune. They say everyone who has owned one has either died, lost their mind, or gone missing. And the cameras themselves have outlived many owners. While some aficionados do seek them out, the stories of previous owners meeting with such misfortune has had an impact on their value as antiques. My camera obscura was left to a local family after its previous owner passed away. They graciously gave it to me. I believe yours is still usable, but please do exercise caution in doing so. Sincerely, Hisoka Kurosawa. P.S. The cover on your camera obscura is broken, but it seems to originally had a box shape. I doubt you'd sell it to me, but I would like to borrow it for a while if you don't mind. I am happy to compensate. Please think it over. I left the shadow reading report on the sofa. I should take it with me just in case. It may have some information that I could use. Who knows when I might need it? This looks like a report written by Yuri. It seems to be about the photo album. Found item report. Client Ren Hojo, reported by Yuri Kuzukata. Verified by Hisoka Kurosawa. Details of request. Find items pertaining to post-mortem photography in Mount Hikami. Obtain them if possible. Performed shadow reading using a post-mortem photograph found on Mount Hikami as a token. Located album of post-mortem photographs in Ichiro Manor took custody of the object. Okay. Where did I put that book about Mount Hikari? Has Rui been tidying up again? It might be on one of the shelves. Thank goodness for video game sparkles. I came across this book while researching Mount Hikari. I don't think this story has anything to do with what's going on now, but you never know. The Maiden Slayer. Mount Hikari has long been steeped in legends revolving around suicide and ghost. Revered as a sacred place since time immemorial, it was once the worshipping ground and home of many shrine maidens. Once there was a man who fell in love with a maiden and came to the mountain in order to court her. However, she remained loyal to her duties and refused his advances. Enraged, the man killed her and threw her into the river. Several days later, he returned with a torch and blade and proceeded to brutally butcher all the shrine maidens on the mountain, tossing them into the river as he went. Wow. The waters of the mountain flowed red with blood, carrying the slaughtered corpses of the maidens all the way down to the pool of purification. It is said that the eyes of each of the shrine maidens had been gouged out. Wow, he just keeps getting better and better. What a charmer. Just before killing the first maiden and tossing her into the river, the man's eyes met with those of his victim. Something in their eyes led him to murder the others, or so the legend goes. With all the maidens dead, he killed himself by cutting his own throat. The ghosts of shrine maidens, still drenched in those bloodied waters, have appeared in the mountain ever since. It is said that those who meet their eyes are led to their deaths. They follow the women into the water and drown themselves. That's not what we saw when we were up there. Though only a legend, the story is believed to be based on an actual incident. Local records show that the bodies of several shrine maidens were discovered long ago, and that all rituals and rites ceased to be performed from that day on. This looks like part of Ryui's journal. It must have gotten mixed in here while tidying. I feel bad reading it, but... Mr. Hojo can't clean up after himself, so we're a slob. For someone who's lived alone for so long, he's incapable of housework. He can't cook, and he's bad at tidying up. I'm more like his caretaker than his assistant. He loses things all the time, and whenever he doesn't have a book he needs, he blows up. He usually ends up asking Miss Kurosawa for help. One time when I was trying to sort all his books, there was one I couldn't find anywhere. It's like it just disappeared. Miss Kurosawa found it with her shadow reading. She went into his room on her own, then came back out a little while later with the missing book. She just smiled and said something about making the invisible visible. What is this shadow reading business anyway? That reminds me of that one time. I was tidying up and I came across something I'd never seen before. It was like Miss Kurosawa said, the invisible became visible. It was kept inside an old box. I don't even know what it was. I put it aside to sort out later on. But when I went to take a proper look, it had vanished. It must have gone invisible again.
It's almost sunset. We should hurry.
Don't rush me.
Yeah, let's go.
I do what I want.
There's a local superstition warning people not to go up Mount Hikami after dusk. If you climb the mountain in the twilight hours, it'll show you a different form. Its true form. Only those who wish to die come here at that time.
I'll chance it.
I think that's the inn where the album was found. This must be
Hikomori Hot
Ichiru
Springs.
Manor. So, do you think you'll be able to use the camera obscura? I think you should try it out first, just to be sure.
Okay.
With my special lens, this type of camera obscura allows you to take multiple photos at once. Use the multi-shot function to take 4 photos at once, dealing more damage to the ghost that you photograph. Taking multiple photos at once also helps to get fatal frame shots. After a multi-shot, the camera obscura will take longer than usual to reload the film. Keep in mind that multi-shots quickly use up a lot of film. Also, standard camera obscura lenses do not work with Ren's camera obscura. And here! Feel free to take more pictures if you wish.
Is the camera working?
Well, you look like you, so yeah.
Is that a good thing?
We should go.
I hear the older part of this inn, the part that's further back inside, it was part of some temple or shrine. After it became an inn, the proprietor's family lived here, but it doesn't look like anyone's been here. There was a massive landslide that hit Mount Hikami. Maybe they were all buried under the rubble. Hey, it looks like the album you asked for was found in the old building.
Yeah, sure looks that way.
Alright, can we proceed? Thank you. Hisoka was investigating the inn. I should head straight there. Wait, isn't that where we went? Oh. Oh. I'm on my way. Any spookies? Any demons? Any foul spirits? The camera is reacting to something. The camera obscura has the power to photograph the invisible. I wonder if this is the same as the power Hisoka uses for her shadow reading. First, we must say, Tabi Tabi Po. Bless you. Drowned woman. Oh. I saw that. The hatch on the duct has shut itself. It must have been the wind. Yeah, it must have been. Right? Woman in the shadows. Woman in the shadows. Ah, I didn't get the guy in the shadows. Ah! Hands waving in the dark. Wow, just full of activity today. Well, I'm out of here. Oh, what's this? it's some more film. Type 14 film. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. And this is how we die.
It should be around here.
Should it? And this is where I get grabbed and pulled into the darkness. No means no. No, no, don't touch me there. There we go. Big damage. No, it's okay. Any more spookies? You wanna cuddle?
This must be the room where Hisoka found that album.
Yeah, it seems so.
Hi. The camera is reacting to something. Maybe I can see something through the viewfinder. Do it now. That's how I do it, that's right. A crumpled old note has materialized. This must be what the camera was reacting to. There's a note lying on the shelf. Maybe it belonged to someone who lived here. How long has it been since I lost everything? The mountain swallowed up half my inn. All I have left is that old album of post-mortem photographs, the one left by my father. I don't even know who these photos are of, but it's the last vestige of family I have. How long have I spent here, wallowing in the darkness? It doesn't matter. I'll burn it all, and then there will only be me. I think I'll end up in the observation room on the roof. The sunset is lovely up there. The camera is reacting to the note. Using this note as a token, I might find a trace that will lead me to some info about that photograph. Soya! Got him! One second. Nobody pop out, nobody grab me. a ghost in here when we last visited. The creepy doll is still here. That thing would give off all sorts of spiritual vibes. Let's do some exploring! Oh. Hi there! Come on. Ghost jiggles. I guess they only wanted hugs. And beckoning upward.
According to the story, after the landslide, the owner of the inn moved to the 3rd floor. They say he burned himself to death there, or that he threw himself into the lake.
A common enough story.
Tell me about it. Sense says they say that if you look up at the 3rd floor veranda, you'll see someone looking back down.
I can see the water on
Really?
the 1st floor.
I'm sorry.
Through a hole in the floor. The walls have all collapsed. The guest room now all seem to be connected. What happens? Okay. I cannot fall. We're gonna go explore. Yay, spooky stuff. Yay, ghost. No, no, don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Let me have. Explore everything in this area? Do I proceed up further? I think I do. Oh? Where? Ah, right there. Walk around, or do I gotta go all the way around? Come on. Okay, so do I go this way? I can see water on the 1st floor through gaps in the floor. I don't think I can get through here. Okay, so that's how I went there. How do I proceed upstairs more? He went that way. And then that way. Okay, all the way. Then turn right. front door was there earlier. It's locked and I can't open it. The camera's reacting to the door. There we go. Oh. What's that holding it though? The photograph shows the duct with its hatch open. This photo might be showing me the location of the key to the store. Man hanged in a hole. There's a soiled notebook here. Like the one found in the old building. It looks like it belonged to the innkeeper. Even before the landslide, there were always strange goings on around here. Some years ago, 2 girls went missing on a college field trip. The police were stumped. A few days later, one of the girls turned up again, seemingly out of her mind. There were lots of theories, but most people believe they were simply spirited away. That girl came back each year to look for her friend, like some sort of pilgrimage. Countless people have gone missing here over the years. We're all used to it by now. My father was spirited away too, as was the folklorist Keiji Watari. Next it'll be my turn, I bet. I'll vanish with the rest of them. I doubt anyone will think to come looking for me. That's sad. That's really sad. Why aren't you helping? You're my assistant. You're just following me around and just shaking your head. Oh, I see. Okay, here it is. Check. I can't get the hatch to the duct open. It's being held shut by a powerful force. The camera is reacting to it. Sync shots. Taking photos identical to the psychic photographs taken with the camera obscure can break seals blocking your access. Voila. Okay. The hatch to the duct is now open. There's something in there among the pipes. Oh, I bet there is. I'm gonna reach in there and that's how I die. It's gonna grab me. It's gonna grab me. Oh, it's hair. You found a key on yellow keychain. Back upstairs we go. Eee! Eee! Oh my! He came in like SWAT team. Oh wow, that's creepy. Booyah! Oh my. This encounter is turning quite dangerous. The ghost left something behind when it disappeared. A soiled note has been left here. It looks like it was left by the innkeeper. This place has gone from a tourist hotspot to a suicide hotspot. But I suppose that was always the case. This mountain and death go together, side by side. Mikomori was once known as the Grove of Shrine Maidens. A sacred grove where the mountain's maidens oversaw the deaths of pilgrims, easing their passing to the other side. I like that. I envy it. I wish someone would be there to see me off. Was that the man who wrote this note? Maybe I'll find something upstairs.
Rui, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
What the? Well, wasn't gonna be able to get a photo of that one. Rui, that's how we say his name. Okay, let's do this. Hi! Woman who was hanged. What you got for me? Mirror stone. A black stone that emits a mysterious light. If you run out of health, it will protect you. Oh, thank you. Somebody's being thoughtful.
The sunset. It's so beautiful. The mountain looks like it's melting.
Man transfixed by sunset.
If I could melt into that sunset. If I could just melt away.
There's a scrap of notebook paper on the floor. It looks like there is something written on it. The sunset beckons. It's calling me into the water. This is the right thing to do. Damn. Oh! Whoa! Whoa! That one. Come on, Rui. I can't hold any more of those. I guess we gotta use some. Well, I guess let's go inside. Staring at something. The whole room is charred. That man might have left something behind. If he did, it'll likely be hidden.
Looks like there was a fire. This must be where the innkeeper moved.
What is it? No. No, don't. No. Damn it, Rui!
Rui!
Oh, Rui.
Rui! What's wrong? Is something there?
Woman in the netherworld. Ah!
What were you doing?
I was just gonna jump, boss.
Can't you remember anything? Let's go home.
You cannot leave the mountain.
Ooh.
You'll dissolve into nothing.
Well. Well, that was a bit intense. So we understand why
We're leaving.
there are such angry spirits. A woman dressed like a shrine maiden. Is she connected to the note that I found? There's a note here. It seems to have been singed a little by fire. The album of post-mortem photographs was assembled by a folklorist who lived on the mountain. His name was Keiji. He became fascinated by the custom and moved to Mount Ikami to study how it spread through Japan. My father seemed to take an interest in these photos as well. Strange foreign customs always fascinated him. While he was running the inn, he helped Watarai collect post-mortem photographs from the nearby town. On Mount Hikami, water itself was defied? It seems like he wanted to get a deeper understanding of this unique outlook, so he set up a house in the forest to experience it firsthand. He was greatly aided by my father, who had already set up the inn by that point. He remodeled it from an old, unused shrine. I think he thought the extra religious heft would help attract more visitors. One day, the folklorist went missing. Several people formed a search party, but they were unable to find a trace. Even the road to his house seemed to be lost into the woods. My father scoured the mountain too, but all he found was that photo album. He was soaking wet when he got back. I remember he was acting strangely. His eyes had this curious glint, almost like he'd been possessed by something. The next thing I knew, my father went missing as well. I'd forgotten about the photos until I found them in the old building. After the landslide, but now I understand why my father left. The culturalist too. These photos are so beautiful. Keiji, a folklorist who lived on Mount Hikami. Hisoka probably has some books about him. We should get back. Rui needs to rest. The photo album left behind by the innkeeper was put together by a folklorist who lived on Mount Hikami. As Ren and Rui explored the inn and traced the spirit of its owner, a ghost tried to lure Ryui to suicide. Then, through the pouring rain, an ominous shrine maiden appeared. Ren and Ryui left the mountain with more questions than when they started. Woo! My first day! Alright, so that is all the time I have for now. It's been an interesting ride as always. and I am looking forward to our next visit to Mount Hikami and the Shrine Maidens of Blackwater. Overall, I am loving this game. An amazing game, pretty decent story, and the scares are, it's not jump scares, but it's like in your face hauntings. And I have to say, I really like it. So for now though, everybody be good to one another and treat each other with the deepest of love and respect. And I'll see you next time. This is Catneto, signing off.